So like I said, while he was doing his work on hysteria, he started to form the theory of the unconscious mind. Now, Freud believed that the unconscious mind had an effect on mental stability and behavior. And this method of free association, or the talking cure, could have a beneficial effect. So like I said, free association is what we see as psychoanalysis today. If you've seen movies on psychology, many of them have the stereotypical scene of a psychologist sitting and a person comes in and lies down and just starts talking freely about whatever comes to their mind. That is free association, or the talking cure, as Freud called it. And Freud later on greatly emphasized the importance of psychology on the development and functioning of society. He did believe that psychology will play a much bigger role in the future than we give it credit for, to fix and develop a sophisticated society, and that it is beyond just the capabilities of sciences like biology and neurology and medicine to do this by themselves. That psychology is actually also a science which will require its due importance in time. And a lot of his theories actually came from Darwin's theory of evolution. So he was very convinced that evolution actually happened and that Darwin was right. And there's been a big debate about this, about whether Darwin actually was right about evolution, but Freud did firmly believe that evolution took place. And the most important thing to know about Freud personally was that Freud was not a typical Jew. He was not a typical person for that time, not believing in religion. He, in fact, saw religion as a primitive attempt to deal with the frightening realities of the world and an escape from the impossibility of our most fundamental desires. You can already start to see with this statement that Freud had an idea in his mind that we have repressed desires and fears and phobias that we cannot bring to the forefront to our conscious mind. And it drove him to believe that actually religion was an escape from all of this. And it was a very primitive way, primitive being very, very raw, very primal, very, to going back to our roots as cavemen. So it came from that particular, again, back to Darwin's theory of evolution. It went back to that need of ours to explain unreal, dangerous situations that made us afraid, and that religion was our escape from all of this. And it makes a lot of sense, because if you think about the fact that in every disaster and every, as I've seen now in this COVID-19 pandemic, also suddenly a lot of people become spiritual when faced with grave danger. So Freud was critical that way about religion. He wasn't a very religious man, although he did call himself a Jew.